We got some shenanigan seasoning, so we're gonna throw a little bit of that up in there. Now I didn't realize how close to the freaking fire I was. I melted my pant legs together. The Olight Arkpro Ultra, and boy is it ultra. I really enjoy how wide and roomy this bag is. It says right there on her 6.6 ARV. Oh yes, yes, let me feel your warmth.
This thing really hasn't moved. It's kind of stuck at that 15 marker.
Well, if we're gonna look like a weirdo, might as well act like a weirdo. Yeah! So everybody's looking at us like, what the biscuits? What is he doing? Ah! That guy didn't know what to think of me there, did he? Off to a great start. Well, howdy doody, guys. How's everybody doing? Good to see your smiling, happy, joyful faces. We are headed back out to our favorite little urban patch of trees. We're gonna hang out and test some Atepa gear that you may have seen in the last video and see what it's actually like with no heater or anything like that. We're also gonna chit chat about a EDC flashlight that's pretty freaking sweet, that's making a real big bang in the EDC world. And to sit back and hang out, relax, get out in our urban nature shenanigans location as always. Another one of those same old toilet, different adventure kind of days. So let's keep trucking and see what we can make happen. Hope everybody had a good turducken. All the cover of our foliage is completely gone. Still a little green on the ground, but the leaves are all gone. Plenty of firewood back here. And yes, as you can tell, urban location. The home of planes, trains, and automobiles. Anyway, it is almost dark. This is the spot we usually camp out at. But now that the foliage is gone, we really don't have too much cover from the street. What are we gonna do, Baloo? I'm gonna fart around a little bit and try to find a little bit more secluded of a spot. Temperature is just about mid-30s, but definitely gonna get well below freezing tonight. So it's gonna be a great chance to test out some of this gear. I'm really excited to test this out because it's actually budget friendly. And I've always talked about Teton Sports for quite some time and using their gear, but we've been off using a lot of Atepa gear lately, and it's not bad gear for the price so far. So let's put it through the ringer, smack her with the old humdinger. All right, I'm thinking we could tuck away back here behind some of these like juniper trees, kind of get us some protection from the road. Possibly. It's like walking through Narnia back here. It's like you go about one tree, there's like no snow, no nothing, snow, nothing. Oh, there goes Bambi. This looks like the old rub and tug tree for the old deer. Yeah. Well, this might not look like much, but this is the flattest spot I could find that doesn't have a bunch of little shrubs. Plenty of dead trees around here and a little bit of pine tree back there, juniper, whatever, kind of blocking the street. Anyway, I think we're gonna call this home. We're not getting too crazy. We're not building a cabin. We're just looking for somewhere to set up the tent and hunker down for the night. Wish we could just jump on that train and see where she leads. If you guys follow me on Facebook, you know that I sewed this tent, and the reason being, We camped in the backyard with my kids, and I left the tent up, and my dog thought it would be a good idea to try to crawl in here, make his own zipper hole. So he did put a friggin' schmiggin' stiggins, whatever. He did put a big old friggin' hole in this thing, and we kind of pieced it back together the best we could, because recycle, reuse, repurpose. He even put a big old slit down this thing here, but at least it wasn't a rain fly, so that's a plus. Really, here's the hustle and bustle of the city, because it's winter time and it gets dark super early. It's only about 4:30 right now. I should have really put together a ground cloth for this tent, because I was in there poking around just to make sure nothing was going to come through and pop this pad. Something poked through the tent, but at least it wasn't the pad. Just another hole, but at least it's on the very bottom. This is the pad we're trying to test here. Will it do good? Because last time we did it in a friggin' diesel heater tent. It ain't really a good test for it. This is going to be basically straight on the ground with that tiny little cloth blocking it. It's supposed to have an R value of 6.6, and it's under 100 bucks. I think it's like 85 bucks. Don't quote me on that, but I think it's close to that. And I like budget-friendly gear. The sun is going down fast. The blow up, the bag is also the blow up device, which is pretty cool. It's the first one I've seen with kind of having a little elephant trunk there. I don't know what you want to call it, a funnel, elephant trunk, whatever. Well, there we are. We shall see what happens. It says right there on her 6.6 R value. See what happens. And hopefully we don't poke a hole in it. Also, the first cold night test for their Element 600 bag. It's rated for an extreme rating of 6 degrees, comfort at 34, but it's definitely going to be below 34 tonight. We shall see what happens. I know some people say put the sleeping pad into the sleeping bag, but with the ground and nothing in between it, the condensation is going to get onto a sleeping bag, and if I were to stay out here for a long period of time, that would kind of suck, because my bag would freeze at some point, especially without a heater in the tent. Well, let that bad boy fluff up and see what happens. Got a nice little spot for fire over here. Don't need a big old rager, just something to knock the chill off. I did bring my little camping chair and some hot cocoa. Dinner's not going to be too crazy, or breakfast. I just brought some like backpacking meals. But I'm going to keep it simple. Starting to get me a runny nose. Ugh. Well, according to this, we're down to about 25 degrees already. Getting a bit chilly. Oh, it's gonna pick up. These GoPros really need to do a little bit better on a little focus feature up close. Some macro lens type stuff. Hiya. Magical. I want to say thank you to all you guys watching the channel, supporting it. background noise. Sorry, it ain't gonna get any quiet anytime soon, so I'm just gonna continue to ramble. Thank you for those who donated to the channel and everything. Also to the group of guys that I jam video games with my kids and stuff. And like everybody came together at the perfect time. I mean, I still got a long road ahead of me, but anything truly helped. Just want to say thank you guys for that, and that's why I wanted to get out here and keep fighting for you guys and myself, you know, mentally. I don't know, sometimes it just ain't easy, and around the holidays, and I know some don't care and some don't want to hear that, but like I say most of the time, dear diary, speaking to the camera is the easiest way for me to talk about life, I guess, because I don't do it very well in person with people. I just bottle it up, and it's just easier that way. Keep on going until we get hit by a car, and then problem's gone, right? Jokes aside, thank you guys very much for all your support. Well, guys, let's chit chat about some EDC flashlights, shall we? This thing is called the Olight Arkpro Ultra, and boy is it ultra. This thing's got some freaking features that'll have you wanting to pay to sit up in the bleachers. I'm sorry, I ain't gonna be able to take anything serious. Whatever. This thing's freaking sweet though. It has a UV mode, floodlight mode, and a spotlight mode, along with a laser pointer. Your battery life is at in green, and your power level on the other side. When you hold it and the light gets brighter, that right side goes up. Boom! 1700 lumens of pure goodness, all in your pocket. Easily slips right in your pocket. You can even put this thing on a hat, and it's built out of I think they said it's aluminum. That is kind of like, I guess, Olight is taken upon themselves, I guess, and say they created. They may have, but it's supposed to be really strong. It's waterproof, magnetic charger on the bottom, USB-C charger on the sides. It has engravings to help hold it that feel, I mean, this thing feels like it's built like a tank. Laser on the bottom, UV light up top, floodlight on the left, spotlight on the right. All right, you guys can't see jack squat. Now let's turn this bad boy on. This is the floodlight mode, medium flood, high flood. And let's pop this thing into spotlight mode. And that is high spotlight. You hold it, low spotlight, medium spotlight, high spotlight. And it also has turbo mode. And it goes pretty far for a small little EDC flashlight. Also, the laser is pretty sweet. It has a high and a low setting where you can hold it and it'll kind of like pulse. This thing also has a strobe. You could use this as defense. You could use a UV light to check money to see if it's fake. I guess their biggest leading competitors right here. This is the Through Night Defender. They sent me this, I don't know, maybe 6 months ago. And just the wear and tear on the side of this thing in my pocket. And I think at the time of filming this on their website, it's like on sale for like $103, and this is $75. This does have a lot more features. They made their own LED for this, that you get the same amount of brightness for a low amount of wattage, so you're not eating up as much battery to get that amount of brightness out of the light, if that makes any sense. It has a 2000 milliamp hour battery, and this thing is waterproof, so you can walk around in the rain with this thing, all sorts of stuff. The little easy flip toggle switch, it's real simple, easy to use. Laser light button on the side. Also, this thing has a lifetime warranty, so basically this would be the last light you'll ever need for the rest of your life until nukes start flying. I'm not trying to sell you guys on anything or anything like that, but a link to this will be in the description. But this is a freaking sweet light, and did definitely knock the Through Night light out of my pocket. So now this is the one in my pocket. Link in the description if you're interested. Well, dinner's gonna be simple enough. Chicken and mashed potatoes. This is from a care package that we got, I think like 3 years ago, something like that, 3 or 4 years ago. Can't even remember exactly who sent it, but we did a video on it. Otherwise we wouldn't have these. We're down to the nitty gritty, so we're diving into the reserves. But all we gotta do is boil some water and you're ready to slaughter. Take a peek-a-rooney, shall we? Oh yeah, we're good to go. Hiya! Oh yeah, let's spill it. Aye, aye, aye. Yep, tight all the way around. It says 13 ounces. That seems like an awful lot. I also brought some shenanigan seasoning if this tastes kind of bland. It doesn't smell bad. We're gonna try it as is and then go from there. A little bland, but we'll see. Let it sit in the pack for a little bit. We got enough water left over for some hot cocoa flavor. I never really ever paid attention to that. Wonder how you make an authentic hot chocolate melted candy bar. Something like that. Whatever. Not important. Oh yeah. And I brought 3 pouches, so we're gonna get all sugared up. Really need to learn how to control myself. I can't ever stop with just one bag. Well, hot diggity dog. Looks like a Mississippi mudslide. On top of too many packets, I don't have patience to let it cool down, so I'm always sitting here trying to sip on this thing, melting my taste buds off. It's delicious. Yeah, do it again. Well, it doesn't taste completely terrible by itself, but we got some shenanigan seasoning, so we're gonna throw a little bit of that up in there. If we can get any in the bag. Seem to be missing it. Whatever. Just mix it, mangle it. Much better. Anyway, nothing too crazy. This city has not died down one bit, it seems. Anywho, probably stock this a little bit. We're not gonna have this going through the night. Probably feed it before we lay down though, just in case I do have to get up. If I somehow manage to pop a hole in that thing in the middle of the night. Hope I don't. And be able to come out here and keep warm. I really should have put something down, but whatever. Should be a good test nonetheless. Anyway, Pound Town, bring it back around, Charlie Brown. Yeah. I tell you what, these pants are taking a beating. If you guys remember a while ago, a camp out I did where I put a hot rock between my legs and melted there. Well, now I didn't realize how close to the freaking fire I was and melted my pant legs together. This one started to go a little bit right there. Just goes to show that once it got hot, it kind of feels like plastic. But these have a lined pant leg, so they're pretty warm, but I'm doing a good job ruining them. It's too funny. Biscuit whiskers. It's getting chilly. Well, this guy is reading at about 20 degrees at the moment. They're calling a tent here shortly, and I don't know why I'm having a hard time leaving this fire. It just feels so nice. I did bring some propane to cook on in the morning, because usually, most of you know, we don't like to cause a bunch of smoke and draw attention to us during the daylight. But if it's freezing chilly cold, then we might just have to fire it up just to put some pep in our step. But We'll worry about that in the morning. Anyway, bring it back when I'm crawling in sack. Oh, it's about that time. Still about 15 degrees. And as soon as I step away from that fire, she's about died out. Hooey. Yeah, let's dive in here. Oh, man, I hope we don't pop a hole in this thing, because this is going to be a brutal night if we pop a hole in this. Well, I did bring some extra socks. I should have really dried my feet out by the fire a little bit. They feel kind of damp. Whatever. Muddy, burnt pants and all. We're gonna climb in this bag. Oh, I don't care. Oh. Oh. Well, here goes nothing. Please don't pop this pad. Please don't pop this pad. Wish me luck, guys. Oh, I did get my coat in here and all that good stuff, because we never know how it's gonna go. If worst comes to worst, I'll throw my coat on and climb in here with this. But this should be a good test with a hoodie and this. I do have my beanie on and my headlamp still. Biscuits. Oh, it does feel nice to lay down though. Anyway, guys, oh, I'll keep you posted. If anything crazy happens, fire up the camera. If not, I'll catch you in the morning. We got the night lapse out there for you, just in case we're popsicles and somebody finds the footage. Good night, sweet dreams. Oh, well, good morning from inside the sleeping bag. Oh, it is cold outside of the bag. For some reason I ducked my head in here, but every time I keep my face out here. Every time I breathe in, it, like, my teeth get cold. It is freaking chilly. Oh, it just feels nice in the bag. I don't want to get out of it. The sleeping pad, I'll tell you what, it stayed inflated. It kept me off the ground, and it did its job, and we didn't poke a hole in it. Oh, I don't even know if it's condensating here. Every time I kept waking up and my hands were out of the bag, like at the top of the bag here, my hands would go numb. It was wild. I don't know. They would just go completely numb. I had to use my coat as a pillow. That I've been using the Atepa pillow. This is only the second time I've ever used it, and I'm not a fan of those type of pillows. But surprisingly, it's not covered in frost in here, but I did leave the vents open, so that's a plus. Oh, it's frosty over there. It's not frosty on this side. It has a little bit of frost. But overall, we stayed actually decently warm in here. So that's a plus. We're not popsicles. Whoa. Anywho, I'm gonna take a second and gather my thoughts and build up the courage to climb out of this bag, 'cause it's cold. Rise and shine, porcupine. Oh, I tell you what, I really enjoy how wide and roomy this bag is, because I like to toss around all through the night, and I tried to be really careful flopping around, so we didn't puncture a hole in this bag or this pad. I don't know if I said that or not, but I think I built up enough courage to get up. I think I might try to start a fire here, get it going again, at least for a little bit. Oh, we're expecting snow later today, but we got to get back to reality. Duty calls. Oh. Anywho, none of that means anything or makes sense, so I guess it doesn't matter. Just figured I'd let you know and fill your bladder. Mad Hatter. Oh. Hello, cruel world. It's me. Well, I don't care. We gotta get a little fire going this morning, knock this chill off. It's cold. I don't know what happened to my temperature thing. It's still saying it's 15 degrees. And maybe it still is, but I don't know. It seems colder than that to me. But maybe that's because we don't have a fire. Oh yes. Yes, let me feel your warmth. Ah. Man, my fingertips after leaving them out last night. Couldn't really shake it, and I do not know why my fingertips kept going like numb. Like, they usually don't do that. It's like lack of blood flow, or maybe it's just cold, dummy. Ugh. Heck yeah, melt my pants, baby. I don't even care. Don't melt me coat. Oh, it feels lovely.
This thing really hasn't moved. It's kind of stuck at that 15 marker. It's kind of weird. I don't know. Interesting. I left this thing on the ground of the tent, that Olight light. See if it turns on. It turned on. Still working. I was wondering if the cold was going to play a factor with this thing. Oh, we're tidying up camp here, and I will say that this freaking valve cover is kind of a pain in the butt to get in and off. It's like I almost feel like I'm going to rip this little lid off to try to separate these other pieces. Oh, it's too cold to be messing with this stuff right now. Oh. I finally got it off. I had to use the little flathead blade on my multi-tool to slowly pry it off, because it's like locks in there, and it is such a tight lock. I guess that's kind of a good thing in a downfall when it's cold, but I do like this pad. I really do. Well guys, breakfast ain't gonna be too crazy. I'm just gonna do some little, what the heck are these? Breakfast cookie type things, I guess. They ain't even that good for you. They say they're supposed to be, they got bioengineered ingredients and all that good stuff, but something's better than nothing. Better than chewing on tree bark. Not even gonna do up a coffee, just gonna have some water. Simple and easy this morning. This fire felt nice, I'll tell you what. But the city is coming alive. We're not gonna feed it no more. We're all packed up. We're gonna have a snack and hit the road, Jack. Well guys, fire's down to a smolder. That Atepa gear, man, I tell you what, you get a good product for the price. For budget friendly gear, I almost want to say it's the best on the market, but as they did send us this, and these are my own opinions, and we're not paid to say anything, just keep that in mind. I've done my fair share of freezing out here over the years with just crappy gear and feeling the ground suck the warmth out of you, and it's nice to have a decent little product. With the ground freezing and everything, didn't feel anything. The bag and the pad are freaking absolutely amazing little combo. If it goes any colder than 15 degrees, I would probably recommend bringing like a bag liner or something, because it is extreme rating of only 6, comfort rating of 34, and it breaks down small and it's lightweight. I think it's pretty good for what you get. I want to tell you thank you. I want to say a very special thank you to all you guys who contributed to the channel. Thank you so much. Future's unknown, but I'm going to do my best to keep on trucking, and we shall see what the future holds. Get out there, guys. Have a good old time. Be safe. Be smart about it. Use common sense. And if you're like me, we're common, but we don't have any sense. Money, fun, sense. Whatever, shut up. Anyway guys, get out there, make every day great exploring Earth. We'll catch you on the next one. Bye-bye.